ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟಿವ್ ಜೆನೋಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದ ಫೋರ್ಟಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ. ನಿಖರ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ ಆರಂಭ. ವಿಶ್ವ ಡಿಎನ್ಎ ದಿನದ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಐಐಎಸ್ಸಿ ಮಾಜಿ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕ, ಪದ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಮತ್ತು ಪದ್ಮಭೂಷಣ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಪದ್ಮನಾಭನ್ ಬಲರಾಮ್ ಅವರಿಂದ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ಫೋರ್ಟಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ರೋಗಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರಿತ, ತಡೆಗಟ್ಟುವ ಮತ್ತು ಅತ್ಯಾಧುನಿಕ ನಿಖರ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುವ ಬದ್ಧತೆಯ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿ ಇಂದು ತನ್ನ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟಿವ್ ಜೆನೋಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಐಐಎಸ್ಸಿ ಮಾಜಿ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಪದ್ಮನಾಭನ್ ಬಲರಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉದ್ಘಾಟಿಸಿದರು. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿರಿಯ ವೈದ್ಯರು, ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯ ಪ್ರಮುಖರು ಮತ್ತು ಗಣ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟಿವ್ ಜೆನೋಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಸುಧಾರಿತ ಆನುವಂಶಿಕ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ, ತಜ್ಞರ ಸಮಾಲೋಚನೆ ಮತ್ತು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಾ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಇದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಆನುವಂಶಿಕ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯ ಕುರಿತು ಸರಿಯಾದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ತಳಿವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಳಕೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಫೋರ್ಟಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಆನುವಂಶಿಕವಾಗಿ ಬರುವ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಪತ್ತೆ ಹಚ್ಚಲು, ಸಂಕೀರ್ಣ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳ ನಿಖರ ರೋಗನಿರ್ಣಯ ಮಾಡಲು ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನಿಖರ ಹಾಗೂ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾದ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಾ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಲು ಶ್ರಮಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ವ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೇಣಿಯ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತದೆ: ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಜಿನೋಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೋಮ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್, ಅಪರೂಪದ ಮತ್ತು ಪತ್ತೆ ಹಚ್ಚಲಾಗದ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳ ರೋಗನಿರ್ಣಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತೀವ್ರ ರೀತಿಯ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ, ಆನುವಂಶಿಕ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ತಪಾಸಣೆ, ಸ್ತನ, ಅಂಡಾಶಯ, ಕೊಲೊರೆಕ್ಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇತರ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ಗಳ ಆನುವಂಶಿಕ ಅಪಾಯವನ್ನು ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಫಾರ್ಮಾಕೋಜೆನೋಮಿಕ್ಸ್, ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸಲು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಔಷಧದ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆಯನ್ನು ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು, ಜನನ ಪೂರ್ವ ಮತ್ತು ನವಜಾತ ಶಿಶು ತಪಾಸಣೆ, ಗರ್ಭಾವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಶುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದಾದ ಆನುವಂಶಿಕ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಆರಂಭಿಕ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪತ್ತೆಹಚ್ಚುವಿಕೆ.
So actually 25th of April is World DNA Day, and I am an oncologist and a hematologist. As a profession, we deal with a lot of genomics. Genomics means analyzing mutation alterations in the DNA, in the RNA, and of course there are certain things known as proteomics, metabolomics, transcriptomics, which we do routinely. The whole purpose of doing this clinic was preventive genomics, means can we predict genomically whether you have a chance of getting a certain type of disorder. And preventive genomics is the larger landscape which we talk about when we are dealing with predicting cardiac problem, predicting drug response to a person, whether they will respond in the same way in the same dose, or they need a higher dose or a lesser dose. When they are already taking multiple drugs, how will it interact? Some will have more side effects, some will have less side effects. If you already have a liver condition, let's say hepatic fibrosis, will it turn into something really irreversible or not? So it's known as preventive gastro, in which you can do genomic predicting for gastroenterological disorder. For hematology, there are certain things in which we can find out whether there are certain hematology. It is also used for diagnosis. So all type of leukemias require genomic testing. But can we even predict in our first degree relatives whether they will have cancer? So this is known as cancer predictive genomics. Then again, can we talk about certain conditions like type 2 diabetes or Alzheimer's disease? So that's known as polygenomic scoring. Can we predict a person who will have it and therefore offer lifestyle changes? So basically why we are doing this is to find out either are there any solutions which can be predicted that you should do these from early on. For obesity, whether obesity drugs will work or not. Do you have anything in nutrition that needs to be changed? That is known as nutrigenomics. So finding out solutions by predicting a problem early. If you have a very high risk of a cardiac problem, let's say you may have an early onset cardiac problem, is there any solutions that can be offered in terms of therapy? So the entire purpose of this clinic is to predict problems so that we can offer solutions.
Personalized and participatory. First time in the human history, medicine will get truly democratized, and all these things with genetic sciences, the artificial intelligence, the robotic, nanorobotic, and the telerobotics, and also the developing nanosciences, where even the machines will become very different and our ambits will be very different. So these are all the baby steps, but couple of years, maybe 5 years, we will all be in a very different kind of environment. So congratulations to my hospital faculties, and let's look forward to better, more personalized medicine. We use blood thinners, we use cancer medicines. We all know that the pharmacogenomics will take us to a very different level of very personalized medicines with less doses, precise application of medicines. So thank you very much for coming here, and let's look forward to a far better medicine. Cost is something which is very difficult for individual doctors and hospitals to control. It will require something very different. Even a mighty country like America is kind of defeated on this aspect. So some kind of involvement of politicians, administrators and health economists of the world would definitely disrupt and bring us to a spot where we will not be putting hand in our pocket, but there will be some kind of a social arrangement. We don't know where we're going to go there today. So thank you very much.
I'm sure all of us have busy days, but your presence tells us how important this occasion is for all of us, both as a team and as well as for the science itself in the way forward. So thank you for being there. So Fortis Hospitals loves to be on the forefront of technology, loves to be the innovative circuit, research. But what happens normally is that when it comes, amongst the corporate hospitals, people don't consider research as too much of research. They always look at corporate hospitals in a slightly different lens. But I think Fortis is up there to say that we are putting our hand up to support both basic science research as well as advanced research. While we are definitely, as a group and as a region, Bangalore, we are quite ahead in the technologies that we adopt to treat our patients. I think it's also important to do bedside to bedside kind of research. And I think this is the proof of bedside to bedside. At least in the last 20 years, a lot of advances have happened. So just recalling my days when I was working with Professor Balram sir. So though I'm primarily a proteomics man, I'm not a genomics man. But we learned a lot in those days. So thank you, sir, for being here. Sir has been a visionary in this field, and the Padma and Padma Bhushan talks all about it. So thank you, sir. And so this project was initiated sometime in November, December, in the thought process that we were discussing about what are the possibilities that we should do to present ourselves to the people of Bangalore, something new, something fresh that Fortis can offer. And one of the, in the list of items that we all tried to put things together, talking to a lot of clinicians who are in this room, we did put up genomics on the list. Then I started discussing with, Kunal. I met Kunal, somewhere very, very casually we met in a function. And then I started discussing with Niti madam, maybe just 2 meetings maybe, and then, so today we are all here. So it just says that we were all waiting for a connect to happen, and I think, nature has connected all of us on this cause. So while the,